Hi everyone, so today I'll be working with Spellbinders stitching die of the month. It's called Hand Folded Stitch. I did a whole unboxing of all of the kits. I usually release that on the first, so I'll link that video in the description box if you want more particulars and stuff, but today we're just going to get right to it. Super cute. I will say these items were sent free of charge from my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and the links I'll have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchased items to those links. So thank you for using those if you would like. Again, I do have them for the US and the UK, and yeah, we're just going to get started today. So, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking a little origami boat. How cute would this be cut out of like newsprint paper? I'm sure you have some, you know, it was kind of, well, not kind of, it's always super trendy. So I always have some in my stash, but I think I'm going to make one out of just like white paper. Like if you were at school and you do one, oh my gosh, how cute would it be to use like maybe even lined paper? But anyway, so I'm just going to make mine white. I will say you have the pieces if you want to construct it so that you can stitch. So you would have this background, or just go ahead and put the inlays in, and all you're going to do is stitch, you know, literally these pieces. Obviously two are going to cut away from here. It's just going in and out, in and out, in and out this stripe. So it's not like the most complicated thing. So I don't think that we have to really address that too much. So I'm just going to make mine pristine and white, looking really cute and crisp for this kind of thing. So what I'm going to do is put that to the side. So all these pieces here, I believe these also, yeah. So these are actually going to repeat this area. So, you know, I mean, just kind of look at it and think you want to use some accent colors or like a little gray to make it look like it's in the background or whatever, you know. Pattern paper will be really cute, but all of these pieces I'm going to cut out of white paper. This is like the little mast, I don't know if that's what it's called, but that holds this little cute like sailing portion and a little flag. So, you know, if you want to cut this out of a color that's going to contrast, so I'll probably cut this out of black just to have that. Silver would be really cute, or brown, whatever as you want, but we're going to cut this guy out. So white paper for these, black for this one. Should we make it cutesy like pink? Let's do pink, like a pinkish color for this. We'll put a heart on it, on this little guy. So maybe like a little red heart or something. I'm not going to use these pieces quite yet. And then we have the little flags. And these are cool because you don't have to like take the little bits and like line them up. You're just going to have one and then the other, and you offset them. So it's going to have two different colors. So I'll have some colors that coordinate again with the pink, you know, something like that. So one of each, maybe a gold and pink or something like that. Okay, one gold and one pink. And I probably should have started talking about the card base itself, but you know what? We're going to make our little boat first, I suppose, and then we'll talk about the card because we have this piece that helps you make like little water lines or whatever you want to do with them. Waves or scallops, right? I mean, it depends. You want to use a different card, or even on the edge of your card it has a cute little scallop. Whatever you want to do. Okay, I'll be right back. I have a scrap of paper that just like works. Look at that. It's going to work for that really well. And of course, when you have lots of dies, you know, try to hold them down in some way so they don't slip one under the other and mess up your machine. And yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So as far as the little banner, I mean, you can do that in several different ways, however you want to layer them up, or, you know, do one going one way, one going the other way. All those kinds of fun things. But let me get these pieces out. I probably should have used fresher washi, so it's really stuck on there. But let me get all my pieces out. And oh, how funny, the back of this pink paper is actually a pattern piece of paper. But anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so we have a few things to put together here. Should I put the gold in front of the pink, or the pink in front of the gold? I guess we'll put the pink in front of the gold. Just to kind of tone it down a little bit, so I'm just going to put a little glue there. Actually, it's a little more than I would like. And just layer these two together. And they don't have to be layered together the way I'm doing it right now. I mean, they can be a little bit offset or whatever, but I'm just putting the one over the other one. If I can. There we go. Getting there. A little more over this way. Again, they can just be two different pieces. My goodness, this end piece, there we go. Okay. Cute. I love how it's not exactly like perfect, you know? Cute. Okay. And that's how I did that, but you, again, don't have to do it that way. This guy, I'm interested in this piece because basically Well, let's go ahead and put our heart on here. Something like that. Okay. And then this piece is going to go onto this piece here. So I'm going to bring it in from the back and just kind of attach that wherever. So you're going to also have a little flag topper bit here that you want to put on. And, you know, it depends on what direction do you want it to go, like this way or in this way. It looks to me like it goes more this way. Otherwise it looks kind of like a sickle or something. I don't know. So I'm going to put it this way. A lot of pink on this one. Be very cute. I put it in the front. If you want to put the little black pole and on top, however you want to do that part. Now after I did it, I'm like, maybe I should have put the pole in the front. Maybe. Let's see if I can get that off. Yeah, okay. Let's put it behind. Sorry, guys. Change my mind. But either way, whatever you want to do for that will be cute. I just figured. Oops. There we go. Put it right on here. Okay. Alright, so we have this piece. And then we have our boat pieces, right? So I guess I can get a little bit closer. Sorry, I was a little further up. So you have these pieces, and what's going to happen is this piece, which is very cute, is going to hold on to these guys. Now let me see. I always... Nope, not that like that. Let's see. Hey, sorry guys, I had to like look at this because it feels counterintuitive because this looks like this, right? It's pointy, but obviously you need a base for it. So this flat portion goes here, and then these guys are going to glue on here. Now, you can definitely score this, right? So you have a little more dimension or whatever it is you want to do. So we'll talk about that in just a moment. But for now, you have these guys, and they're going to angle in the right way just as soon as you see what the angle should be. Clearly they can't go the other direction, even though I was really trying to make it work the other way. There we go. And then this one's going to fit this way. It just feels weird because this is so pointy, but this is supposed to go in there like this. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, that's cute already. Super adorable. And then it's up to you, like, how do you want to put that dimension in there? I'll probably use some dimensionals plus some glue. So glue here, dimensionals down in here, so it has that space. You also have these extra pieces that are essentially going to go down in here. And then that's when your little mask comes in. You can stick this behind, as you can see, or you can pop it in the front right here. Or you can go ahead and just put it completely behind. I feel like... I don't know. Because since I use black, I know it's going to show through if I don't have those two little pieces right on top of each other. So maybe I'll glue it in the back. Okay. That's just where I want to put mine, but if you want to put yours in between the layers to make it look more dimensional, you know, like it's coming out, then go for it. I'm going to put mine in the very back. And so again, I have these pieces here that I can... use dimensionals or just place them. It's just more texture. Again, they could be a whole different color of paper, whatever it is that you want to do for your project, of course. Those same ones. Hold on, this way. They are slightly different, guys. That's funny. They're just angled a little bit differently, so you'll find your space or your spot where it should be. Doesn't quite fit the opposite way that I was doing it. And that, you know, again, adds a little detail. It looks like it's folded, right? Paper folded. Super cute. I think I'll finish this when we actually get it onto the card. And then, you know, you have your little banners, wherever it is that you want to put those guys. I'll probably pop it in here somewhere. And again, I have this little guy in a certain spot. Maybe you would bring it down. Yeah, I could also bring it down from the back if you want this to be lower. But anyway, okay. So we have that. Cute. So I'm not going to put it together quite yet. I was curious to see how wide this is, to see if I can do an A2 size. That's, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to put this on an A2 that's like portrait mode. You know, you can do landscape, portrait, whatever it is that you want. So let me grab some papers. I'll be right back. Okay, so let's put this to the side. I'm going to make my own card base here. Sorry, quick backup. So A2 size paper, I'm going to cut it at 4 1/4 on the 8.5-inch side here. And then I'm just going to make sure this is 11 inches because this is some paper that I bought recently that is a little bit oversized for some reason. So there we go. And then score it at 5.5. So 4 1/4 by 11, score it at 5.5. And that is my card base. And then I did bring out a couple pieces of cardstock. So this will be, I guess, the background. 4 1/8, because that's the kind of thing I like. Probably should have cut it the other direction, save some paper, but that's all right. By 5 3/8. So the full background is like this, and then I have this darker blue paper. We can also cut this one at 4 1/8. And this top part, I guess I can cut, or I can just leave it for now because I'm just going to use that die anyway. You can do, of course, layers of water, whatever it is that you want to do for that background. I'm going to take this guy. And let's see if we had it about here. Put that little water, and our little guy is kind of on top of it or in there. I'm trying to see how tall I would want this to be. Yeah, about there's fine. Okay, I'm just going to run this through here. And I will be right back. Okay, guys, so I have my little piece here. I can see it kind of moved on me as I was putting it through, but actually, I think it'll be okay. Alright, so we're going to put this here. Definitely put more washi tape if you don't want your die to move. Okay, I'm going to put this here. And then I decided, since I still had a lot of blue paper, I was like, oh, you know what, maybe I'll make one more wave. So I just kind of moved it up and brought another one in, and I kind of offset it so it'd be different from this one. So I think that's what I will do. Again, bring this down. I don't want it exactly the same. I want that kind of more in the back like that. So I'm just going to glue this guy down completely. And again, this can be different colors of paper. I just went with the same piece. Let's see where that's going to be at. Making sure that bottom part is covered where I have those scallops. Okay, that looks cute. Okay, and then we bring this guy in. That is adorable. And I suppose we'll have to do dimensionals on this and that, if that's what we're going to do. I'm going to glue this part down, though, completely. It can all have dimensionals, of course. I'm just going to put a little something here. Again, eyeballing where this is, and this is going to be up like this a little bit. That is perfect right there, I think. And it can be kind of tippy. That'd be really cute if you kind of put it so it's tipping, you know, so it looks like it's riding the waves. But I put it down perfectly straight. And I need some different kinds of dimensional, something that's a little bit thinner and some that's a little bit thicker. Okay. So for this thinner stuff, I'm going to pop it. I like the way it's curved right now, you know, so I'm trying to think, how do I keep that up? Maybe I just put dimensional here. This is really flat dimensionals that or these are really flat, so it might take me a couple of, maybe not. Let's see. A couple of those and then stick that down here. That might be okay. Maybe one more. I really want it to stay nice and big the way it looks there. Okay, one more. And then I just need a little glue on this point. And you can still reinforce it more if you feel like you need to put more something there. So I want you to see how it has these lines, and that's kind of what I'm looking at when I go to place this, like right there, and this one up here. I think if you just line those up, you're going to have that little dimension in here anyway, because it's kind of pushing it up, which is cool. Okay, I'll hold that down. I'll be right back. Okay, so that's held down. In the meantime, I went ahead and put thicker dimensionals on this one, so when I place it on here, it just kind of tucks behind the little water line, which is very cute. How cute is that? And then we have our little banner, which I hope I didn't misplace, because now I'm like, where's my banner? Oh, it's up here. And I mean, this can go this way, go that way. I think I'm gonna put it here. Should we put it behind here? Did I put much glue? I didn't. Yeah, that's what I figured. Let me see. I don't know. I kind of like it in the front. Okay, it's gonna go in the front. So again, I'm just gluing this guy down. So just glue, glue, glue wherever. There to there. I'll hold that down for a little bit. I'll be right back. Okay, just what a sweet little card there. And then, you know, Drift and Dream. Oh, that's sweet. Maybe I'll do this and I'll cut it out of pink paper just to bring that pink back. So I'm just going to run this through together. So it's kind of baby card looking, isn't it? So I'll run those through together. If for some reason it needs a background piece, I'll also run this through some white paper just so you can see the wording. But I think it might be, well, yeah, I'll do both. I'll run it through together like this, taped down obviously through the pink paper, and then just this background through white paper. Okay, so I have my piece here. Yeah, see, it cut really nicely. So what's with these dies is that it actually cuts through. It's not really an emboss, it like cuts through and pushes through. So if you have any little bits of scrap in there, like little bits of paper, all you can do is just take like a pointy tool and just kind of push it to clear it up. But this came out perfect. And so that's kind of why I had cut this one out, so they'll have something in the background showing through. Black paper, gold paper, you know, all those kinds of things. Now, the blue actually by itself looks really nice also. But I did cut this out, and I'm just going to glue it down because there's already a lot of dimension here. And let's see if I put it there or up higher. I think I'll put it down here to break up some of that blue. You can also offset these guys. They don't have to be exactly on top of each other like this. You can do a little offset there. Oh, that's cute. And I'll probably leave it off the edge too like that. But I mean, you know, put it wherever you want. So I'm just going to glue this guy down here. And that is our card for today, guys, with the stitching die of the month. Again, you can stitch it. You don't have to stitch it, you know, whatever it is. I'm just putting it to the very edge so I can see that little bit of it's hanging off. I think that looks cute. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I'll have images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box again for the US and the UK. And I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.